Alright, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutation to you brothers that out there that spreading this truth in this word in truth and in sincerity. I want to do a quick little video here because we see activities going on with the US, Syria, Russia, China, all these nations carrying the troops and preparing them for a battle, preparing them for a what we will call what them go call World War III, which is really the Lord translating the kingdoms from Esau hand into Jacob's hand, from Edom possession into Israel possession, and doing it by cleansing this earth. So you go and cleanse it by thermonuclear destruction, and you go and gather these nations, all these nations into the Middle East, Valley of Jehoshaphat, just to do some slaughtering. And that's what really going on right now. These nations gathering the troops and sending them down there in the Middle East to battle, to fight war. And it's mostly Jakes, especially from the US, it's mostly Jakes, because they have no clue what's going on. So the Lord just gathering these troops here to go and to destroy them, to turn over the power into Israel hand again, once again, and he go and do it in a stylish way. I'm going to start with the scripture, Joel chapter 3 verse 1. It says, "For behold, in those days and in that time," those days and in that time is now, because you've seen it, "when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem." Here he go and redeem us, he go and bring us back unto him, unto himself. He go and take us out of that captivity. It says, I will also gather all nations. It says, "I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel." And that pleading in going to be no talking thing. The Most High Son, Yahushua, ain't coming to talk, coming to kill, coming to do righteous judgments upon these nations and them. It says, "For my people and for my heritage Israel." Yeah, for the slavery that these other nations have been going through, the oppression, how we going off into other doctrines, into other philosophies, serving idols. Major one is JC and Allah and Jehovah and them. It says, "Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land." Yes, so the scatter we amongst the nations. Sell we here, there, and everywhere. So the most High coming gathering all these nations and them into the Valley of Jehoshaphat to kill, to bring his judgment upon these people. We go down to verse 9. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles," which is among the nations. "Prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears." And the plowshares and pruning hooks is farming tool, and they want to beat it into that sword, which is the these nuclear missiles on them. "And let the weak say, I'm strong." Yes, we're seeing the weak say, "I'm strong" now. It's nations such as North Korea and Iran and Syria and them saying they're strong now because they have nuclear capability to hit the US. That's why the US feeling provoked. That's why the US feeling like they're losing power. it says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Yeah, and I will the Most High God really come with the chariots and the angels to judge his nations. It says, verse 13, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Yeah, now is the time. You see, now is the time. You see the mark of the beast being pushed. It just now gonna become mandatory. The martial law coming in, the race wars coming in. Yeah, just the harvest is ripe. It says, come get you down, for the purse is full, the fat overflow, for their wickedness is great. Yeah. It says verse 14, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. Just go back to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which goes back to the Hebrew word Yahweh Shaphat, which means Yahweh judges. So yeah, the Most High right now, he got in these troops and them to go down the valley, to go down in the Middle East to fight war. This is Isaiah chapter 13 verse 3. It says, I have commanded my sanctified ones, I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, which is the angels. The angels and them coming on in the chariot. Why is them ICBMs on the way to destroy the US and Israel and Israel, to cleanse these lands, even them that rejoice in my highness. Verse 4, it says, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. Yahweh of hosts mustered the host of the battle. Yes, so mustered, going back to gathering, going back to assembling or preparing for war. So you really actually preparing these nations to come down in the Middle East. Why is US sending down troops? US sending troops all over. But mainly in the Middle East. Most I gathering these nations to come down there. Putting that spirit on them to send the troops down there. It says they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land, which indignation go back to righteous judgment. So the Most High can destroy Israel and destroy US and destroy Edom, and put the so-called, well, the elite of Edom, to put the elite of Edom into slavery, which they are going to be the first of Edom to be in slavery, and also these other nations. It says, howl ye, for the day of Yahweh is at hand, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Yeah, and these so-called Christian born agains thinking that the day of the Lord is some kind of thing, is some kind of Thanksgiving thing, or some kind of feast or something. They really lost. They lost because they have a surprise coming their way. For someone, it says, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. That the fear and dread of the Most High can come back on them. Because right now they really don't fear the Most High. They eating pork, they celebrating Christmas, Easter, they serve Allah, the partying, they committing adultery, they hate one another, they killing out one another, they serving Baal. So they don't really fear the Most High right now. But when the day of the Lord cometh as destruction, then they go and that fear can come upon them suddenly. I would say all hands shall be faint and every man's heart shall melt. It says, first go back to verse 8, they shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They're going to be like a pregnant woman in pain. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, you can see that terror upon the face. It says, behold, the day of Yahweh cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. So all this, so that cutting the that bullshit what they say about the Most High hate the sin but love the sinner. No. In verse 9 it says, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. So the Most High in plain. Most High coming back to redeem the elect. Who you Edomites, you so-called elites, having slavery up to now, up to this time, up to this very hour, and two-thirds of our own people crucifying us, persecuting us, because we're speaking the truth, trying to help them, but it's like if we talking lies. To this last precept here. Second Ezra chapter 13, verse 3. It says, I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And that man that waxed strong was Yahweh Shai. With the thousands of heaven is them angels coming in the chariots. And when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that was seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, as these laser beams, these concentrated fire, coming out of them chariots, all they burn that heard his voice. These laser beams going to utterly destroy these tutors and these wicked Edomites. And these other nations that oppressed us. Like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. When it feeleth the fire, it can't. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the earth to subdue this man that came out of the sea. And these multitude of men is men from all nations that come in to fight World War III in the Middle East, in the valley of Jehoshaphat. It says from the four winds of the earth, from heaven, to subdue the man that came out of the sea. Verse 6. But I beheld, and lo, he hath graved himself a great mountain, and flew upon it. I'm talking about chariot. And he come with his chariot and his angels in their chariots. But he gonna have this the biggest chariot, the fathership. But I would have seen the region or place where all the hill was graven, and I could not. So Ezra already saying here he told the chariots and mountain first it big. Verse 8 it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him was so afraid. Yeah, these people gonna be afraid. See, these people gonna be fearful. The fear of the Most High gonna come upon these people. And yet thus fight. Yeah, the Most High gonna put a spirit upon them to feel that they could challenge Yahushua. I feel like that they could win Yahushua in a war. And I did mistake there. It says verse 8 again, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him was so afraid. And these troops, these are the nations that come in to fight against Yahushua. And yes, and yet this fight, yes, so the Most High can put on a show. The Most High can put on a show, destroying this wicked kingdom and redeeming his people at the same time. Saving his people at the same time. So with that hope, this video was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to the Akim out there that's spreading this word in truth and in sincerity. And I hope you all keep pushing, keep fighting, because we see this thing coming to the end. We are at the very end of this thing. We are at the very end of this thing. The door opening. The door open already. So yeah, with that, I want to say Shalom.